Hey guys, what's up? IrishEmerald here, coach of your Wexford Wailords, and welcome to our week 3 matchup up against the grounded Gliscor, coach of the Low Land Nidoqueens. And of course will be a link to the grounded Gliscor's YouTube channel in the description down below. Please check him out. I know I say that for nearly everybody that I do a video with, but Grounded Gliscor actually does upload TDL battles on his YouTube channel. So definitely go check him out, show him a bit of support, see how his side of the battle went, what team he brought, all that kind of fun stuff, and just check him out and show him a bit of love and all that, especially because he's another YouTuber posting TDL stuff online. Now, as always with these team builders, we will kind of go over the Nidoqueens team, and you should be able to see the team up above me now, but as always I'm going to spit it out for you guys verbally as well. He has Mega Venusaur, which I actually wanted, but he got round 1, so I wanted Mega Venusaur round 2, but he got round 1. So he's got Mega Venusaur, Skarmory, Tornadus, Therian, Goodra, Aromatisse, Emboar, Greninja with the turret ability, and that is his Z captain as well. Golisopod, Metagross, Golurk, and Rotom Fan. So it's an interesting team with a couple of interesting and really good mons. Mega Venusaur in league play is tried and tested as phenomenal. You can do loads of different things, so that is definitely a threat. Tornadus Therian with that huge speed tier and the regenerator pivot ability is fantastic. Goodra is such a bulky dragon type. Greninja is actually a nice little steal that he got later on, and put as the Z captain is actually a huge threat. He's got a couple of nice different things here, but the one thing he's got a huge speed tier gap. Now I mean a huge one, and it does allow me to exploit him a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I do exploit a good bit here, because his two fastest Pokemon are Tornadus, Therian, and Greninja, which have a base speed of over 115 or 120 or whatever it is. Like, it's insanely fast. They outspeed my whole team. His next fastest Pokemon after that is the Rotom Fan. That is his next fastest Pokemon with 86 base speed. The Goodra is slower, the Skarmory is slower. Skarmory's base speed 70, Mega Venusaur slower. Emboar is slow, base 65. Golisopod base 40, Golurk is rock slow, Metagross is a regular Metagross is slow, and because he's got that much of a speed tier gap, it means that I'm allowed to use an attack or a special attacking boosting nature rather than a speed and boosting nature, so I would speed him. So for example, we were seeing Wildfire or Megazard Y here out in front, because that's the first mon I decided to use, and rather us than being timid and not having the the sky high attack, like we have 2-2-1, like 2-1-1 attack, special attack there. But now, like normally that would be our special attack, but now we have 2-3-2 base special attack, and Fire Blast in the Sun off of Megazard Y is not fun, and it's kind of a running theme that we're able to use quite often against Grounded this week, because our solar panel can exploit this, our Garchomp can exploit this, and a good few of our Pokemon are able to exploit this because we have a nice pushy speed tier up around that echelon. So it does mean that we can bring, like, our faster Pokemon are actually have a lot more wall breaking potential than normal. So that's a nice bit of fun. So hopefully we can exploit that. And of course, off the bat, I said I'm bringing my Megazard Y because Mega Venusaur doesn't like dealing with it. It absolutely does. It modest Fire Blast in the Sun, against a defensive Mega Venusaur, it's a 2-shot regardless. I have the Air Slash there as well just to help, but Mega Venusaur, thick fat or not, no, it's not going to enjoy it. Skarmory, no, not going to enjoy it. Anything that comes in on a switch, not going to enjoy being hit with a Fire Blast right in their faces. I have the Solar Beam for the likes of Greninja, which I really do not want to face 1v1. I have the Air, and of course I have Air Slash for Golisopod. Metagross gets wrecked. Golurk doesn't actually take the Solar Beam too well, which I'm happy about. And then Rotom Fan, if it's Scarfed, can kill us, but otherwise it's not going to have a good day. So we've a lot of wall breaking potential and a lot offensive presence here with our Megazard Y, so it was immediately going to go on the team. The one thing I need to be careful of is that Goodra does get Sap Sipper, so that is a grass immunity, so just gotta watch out for that. Because I always want to get like chip damage off on that Goodra, because it's so bulky. So every time I get chip damage off on it, fantastic. You guys are probably wondering why we have bringing max special attack, max speed, and also bringing physical attack in Dragon Claw, because our moveset is Fire Blast, Air Slash, Solar Beam, and Dragon Claw. And the reason why we're bringing Dragon Claw is because Goodra pretty much was my Megazard Y unless we bring Dragon Claw. So if we bring Dragon Claw, it's a 3-hit KO. So just constant chip damage will bring the Goodra down to the point where Dragon Claw might be able to pick it off on a switch, which, you know, that would be absolutely fantastic news for me. And I didn't feel like I didn't want to put investment into it or change my natures, because at the moment we break through the Mega Venusaur wall, we break through any sort of Metagross AV variant, all that kind of fun stuff. Like we just shatter it. So I figured, let me keep the the special attack boosting nature, and I didn't feel like dropping any of my defensive natures, because I'd like myself to have physical defense to have add to kind of help deal with Emboar if he brings it, and I would like to have the special defense where it is around that, you know, to be able to help deal with Tornadus. So, you know, and that's the reason why we kind of decided we're not going to, you know, change around the nature. We're just going to stick with what we have. Because we're 3-hit KOing the Goodra regardless if we change our nature or not. I have to put proper investment in it for it to be 2-hit KO, and for me that's just not worth it. Not in this matchup. So Dragon Claw is coming, and hopefully our Zard Y can put in the work. I think the offensive pressure that Zard Y can put in will be fantastic, and I'm very hopeful. Very, very hopeful. Next up, we are bringing Solar Panel, our Heliolisk, and we are bringing the power with our Solar Panel this week. We are bringing Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Surf, and Hyper Voice as our moveset. We are bringing the Choice Scarf, so to help us outspeed the Tornadus, Therian, and the Greninja, because I had to have some way of outspeeding them. And we are bringing the Solar Power ability. So while Sunny Day is active, our special attack is 1.5. So not only are we +1 speed, we're +1 special attack while in the sun. Now granted, we lose 1/8 of our HP every turn, but for me, you know, we've ways around that, you know. So we actually do bring a lot of power here with Heliolisk in the sun like this. EV wise, you're probably wondering what's going on. 180 base speed helps us out. It makes us outspeed any Choice Scarfer he has other than Choice Scarf Greninja and Choice Scarf Tornadus, so that's fine. I put the rest into bulk. I put 68 into HP. I then had some left over. Actually, I don't want 68 in HP. I want 72. No, 68. I want an odd number. I want an odd number. And no, I'll leave it with 68. 68. It's 68 now. I've already made my team. 68. The idea was to have an odd number, but I just managed to milk it up along the end. But that, you know, it should be 62, 74. Wow. Okay. Oh, I think it's because 74. That's 6. 76. Yeah, I think I just had 68 just because I got extra bulk elsewhere. I'm not too sure, but anyways, the rest is just put into bulk then because we have extra EVs left over. So I said, just screw it, put in the EVs, and voila, here's our solar panel. Simple as that. Moveset wise, we have Volt Switch, so as we can have a bit of switch initiative. Thunderbolt wrecks things like the Greninja and the Tornadus, and the Golisopod. So that's fun. If I'm being honest, I did the calc. Our setup at the moment, we're in the sun. AV Tornadus T does not live as Thunderbolt if we're in the sun. Just doesn't live it. It's a guaranteed outcome. So happy out with that. Delighted. I have the Surf for the Golduck, and then I have the Hyper Voice because I don't see him bring Metagross. But if he brings Metagross, that's fine. Okay, but other than that, I think he doesn't have much that wants to come into Hyper Voice, and I didn't feel like bringing coverage for the likes of Goodra with the Dragon Pulse or just, you know, the Emboar or whatever. I was like, you know something, just well, we have coverage for the Ember, but like a few of the other stuff, I was just like, you know, something. My best play might just be to click Hyper Voice and just get damage off, cause just sheer damage and just get it off. You know, because that can happen sometimes. Also, this is another answer to the Scammery, and I've no problem with that. If you have a few ways to deal with Scammery, all the better. And that is our Lewis. I decided, you know, just going to come in, deal damage, get back out, outspeed things. Happy days. That's all I want. Next up, we have Fabled our Florges. Now, quirky set here, we have max HP and a split defenses with the moves of Toxic, Moonblast, Wish, and Aromatherapy. So basically, Fable is just going to be our cleric, and this helps us along with Solar Panel being chipped away at with the if it's in the sun, we can Wish Pass into it, and off we go again with dealing damage out in the sun, which is, you know, fantastic. I wanted to split the EVs because I want a bit more special bulk to help me deal with the Tornadus T. So I was switching to Tornadus T every single time, and I was switching to Goodra every single time. I gotta be careful of Sludge Wave, I know that, but unless he's Choice Specs and all the kind of shenanigans, he's not breaking us. So I figured we'll bring the Florges and we should be fine. You know, because it is just a nice safe switching into Goodra pretty much every time. I do have to scout for that Sludge Wave, but I don't think he'd bring an offensive Goodra this week. Because I actually don't think he'd bring Goodra at all because Goodra's just too slow. You know, hard to tell what I was going to do, but I wanted to, as I say, get extra special bulk there, and then 1A4 base EV, what's it called, 1A4 EVs into defense with the Bold Nature is there, so as we can live gunk shots and Z poison type moves, the Acid Downpour it's called, from the Greninja. Simple as that. If you know, if he's like a mixed variant, we like what you call, we definitely live the gunk shot, and if we're at full health, we should live the Acid Downpour. That's the reason why I wanted to go with this CV spread. I think we end up with like 12.5%. If we're at full health and we take an Acid Downpour. I don't think, not off fully physically, not off a fully physical Greninja, but off a Greninja nonetheless. I figured like that was the way to go about it. So that's the reason why we have that there. And then of course, us being at 12.5% means if my opponent has rocks up, Gorgeous can still come in and live on like 1 or 2 HP and we're fine. So if we're at full, that is. So I figured, you know, that's the way I thought that was a safe number, and you know, I think we should be good with that. Moveset wise, Moonblast is just to get hits off on the Goodra and the Ember, well, not on the Ember, but Goodra and the Greninja specifically. We also basically, this thing was Rolling Fan as well, which is fantastic. We have Wish, as I said, for clerical reasons, Aromatherapy for clerical reasons, and then we have Toxic. So I figure he's not going to be staying on my floor just most of the time, but if I can Toxic a few things here and there, like if he brings in like, you know, the Galistopod or whatever to eat a hit, and I just get a Toxic off him, like there we go, Toxic, just wear down for a little bit, and then I can just switch around and all that kind of fun stuff. I figured that would be the best way of going about trying to deal with this team, because I think he is going to see opportunities for his floor just to be able to switch in and out. So I was, you know, I figured that you know, being able to put a Toxic on a few of his ones and just wear them out a little bit more, I thought was invaluable. Plus, again, a Toxic on the Goodra would be really, really helpful. Should a few of the ways that we have of dealing with Goodra having to disappear. So I figured being able to get Toxic off on a few mons, wear them down, come in late game, sweep with a few of our offensive presence, I think we're going to be good. So I thought, let's put Toxic on it. You know, I was humming and hawing about the moveset about Florges, but I finally settled on this because I think the rest I built the rest of the team, and then I finally landed on this Florges set. So I was like, you know, this actually fills a few niches here, so let's do with this one. Anyways, moving on. Next up, we have our Garchomp. So we have Predator the Garchomp this week, rocking out Outrage, Earthquake, Fire Blast, and Sword Stance with the Focus Sash. Simply put, Greninja comes in, wants to Ice Beam us, and if we're at full health, we kill it with the Outrage. It's that easy. It's not, there's no mad science around it. We know we're not going to be leaving Ice Beams or hitting power ices, but if we're at full health, Garchomp comes in, and we can You know, you know, Grounded might think we have to kill, but we just wreck them anyways, and we're fine. We're absolutely perfect. So that's the reason behind that. Plus, if we're full health and we come in and we have a chance to set up our sword stance, perfect. So SD and let's put some pressure on. Moveset wise, I have Outrage just for sheer damage, Earthquake as well, Stab, sheer damage, and we have Fire Blast for the Skarmory. So Skarmory is not a problem, and then Sword Stance for Stealth, as I said. Ruskin ability, so if anyone touches us, that's fine. We have enough bulk here to help deal with Emboar, Choice Scarf Emboar, so that's fantastic as well. If he gets locked in the wrong move, we can just kill it, so we have to force a switch there. EV set wise, we have 236 in speed, so we outspeed, you know, pretty much this whole team, bar Tornado AST and Greninja. And we have max attack at a naughty nature because I do want the extra bit in our special attack just to hurt the Skarmory a little bit more in case it's a fully physically defensive Skarmory, or fully especially defensive Skarmory, and in that case I'm going to click Fire Blast and just wreck it. So want to have that little bit more coverage and be able to guarantee a couple of 2 shots here and there without having to be overly worried about what's going on with him. So that's Predator. I'm actually looking forward to using this set. I've been using a focus set on my monotype streams at the moment with Garchomp, and it's actually quite fun. So I think it's going to fun to work for us this week. Okay, so I had a Cleric. I had a way to deal with a couple of his mons like Greninja, whatever. I had a lot of offensive presence, but of course I'm bringing Zard Y, so like when I was going through this, I knew I needed hazard support, so I said I better bring Shipwreck to just remove hazards. Kind of going with an AV set this week so we can get a bit more, you know, bulk out of him. I'm bringing Rapid Spin, Power Whip, Anchor Shot, and Shadow Claw. 252 HP, 152 attack with Adamant Nature, 100 in Speed F, and 4 in Speed. Now, Rapid Spin, that move is there for the obvious reasons to get rid of hazards. Power Whip is our main stab move for grass type, so yeah, we're bringing that. Anchor Shot gets the Steel Worker boost, so it's basically another stab move. So yeah, that gets a nice bit of damage off, which is nice, and it traps the Pokemon, so if we want to trap somebody, we're in. And then Shadow Claw is our main stab ghost type move. That's it. So we have ways for me to be able to hit a few things on a switch or trap them. Now you probably wouldn't know the EVs, but we have 252 in HP because you give us max HP and max hit points, and then I have 100 in Speed F with the Assault Vest, and this allows me to live Ice Beams off a Life Orb Greninja, off a fully specially offensive Life Orb Greninja. I think an Ice Beam is a 3-shot with this with the EV spread and the AV attached, 3-shot, and for me that is absolutely fantastic because I mean, say if you come in on a Greninja and we've shot the Power Whip, and then we can, you know, the Greninja is kind of wondering what the hell do I do? This guy just ate up my Ice Beam, and we need to force a switch, and we can start making a couple of plays and there, which is always good for me. So being able to force plays, and then of course I put the rest in attack so we can get a pretty decent attack stat, which to be honest we do. Like 187 is no slouch. Like that's a higher attack stat than our Heliolisk. You know, it's nice. It's going to put in work. It'll do damage. So I'm looking forward to using the Delmice this week. Shipwreck. First time I'm going to be using it, so I'm looking forward to it. Last but not least, I kind of knew I needed a couple of other ways to deal with a few Pokemon. The Lissapod at the moment was going to be a nuisance, so I needed a way to deal with Lissapod, and I wanted a way to get up rocks, and I wasn't comfortable bringing T-Tar this week because, you know, he had the Greninja come in. He had a few ways that I can come in on T-Tar, and I just wasn't gone on T-Tar this week. I thought, you know, the T-Tar, if I brought a defensive T-Tar, you know, Pokemon kind of come in and it'd be a little bit too passive, I thought. The Mega Venusaur can do damage, the Skarmory can get off hazards, even though I can bring a special or variant one, but like, unless I'm bringing a heavy special attacking one, it's you know Skarmory and Tornado AST are still gonna have fun with it. Same with Greninja. He has the Emboar there as well, which I wasn't too pleased about. If I want to bring a defensive T-Tar, Emboar will just wreck me. So I figured that's out of the question. And I decided to settle on Starman. So Starman kind of counters my original fear of having to deal with the Golisopod. So that was great. And it also allows me to set Stealth Rock, so I was delighted. And to be honest, this is probably the most simplest set we've seen in today's video. I'm bringing Psychic, Stealth Rocks, U-Turn, and Thunderbolt. I'm bringing Psychic for the Ember. I'm bringing U-Turn for a bit of Switch Initiative. I'm bringing Stealth Rocks for Hazards, and I'm bringing Thunderbolt to deal with the Scam Ring. Simple as that. Max physical defense, max HP, just so we with the Bold Nature, because U-Turn's just there for me to pivot, not there for anything else. And bring the leftovers so we can get a bit of help back. The main reason why I like the calcs kind of did, kind of made me pick Jirachi as fully physically defensive, because when I was calcing all the ones I have, I had nothing really that wanted to come in on like a Golisopod, and then eventually I came across Jirachi and I was like, you know something, this actually might work. I have just enough bulk to be able to deal with this. Let's bring it. And Starman's here now as a defensive unit this week. So that's going to be our team, ladies and gentlemen. I know I went on a bit, but I think we have a good shot of winning this week, and it'd be nice to actually get a battle and a W on the board on like a forfeit victory that we got last week. So yeah, I'm psyched for today's for this week's battle, and hopefully we can pick up the W. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here today, folks. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, please click the like button down below for me. If you guys got any comments on today's video, be it good, bad, and different. If you like the team, if you don't like the team, what I should be doing different, all that kind of fun stuff in your opinion. Let me know in the comment section down below. Last but not least, if you want to see more Pokemon Zeta, and those like no, not Pokemon Zeta. Still getting over that. But if you want to see more TDL action coming your way on this channel, or more Pokemon content in general, please smash that subscribe button down below for me. On that note, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.